Oh yeah, pipe smokers. Yeah. Paul the Pipe Guy here, live from the outskirts of Rochester, New York in the United States of America. Thank the Lord. And yeah, this is our Friday night smoke together. And we may or may not do a little music later. I don't know. I got to be at work at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. But you know what? That overtime is how I afford my pipe habit. So, if you guys didn't see in the prior short 5-minute video that I did, my newest K. Woody collection came almost new in the box, most likely made in the 40s and 50s. And there it is. Yeah, right there. I mean, this thing's only been smoked a couple of times. And I showed this before in the last video, but I'll show it again. You can see right in there, about a 1/4 inch from the top of the bowl down, is still new fresh briar. This thing was probably only smoked once, twice, maybe 3 times. No teeth chatter at all. The stem is perfect. There's no freaking overturn on the K. Woody. Just gorgeous. It had the little stain there, which is now gone. It wasn't a stain. The polish just came off because maybe Zippo lighter fluid dripped on years ago. I don't know, but so it came new in the box with the paperwork. And I'm not going to go through and show it all again, but actually I did forget something in that video. How I got this is I sniped it. Put it on my wall. I was like, oh yeah, I like that pipe a lot. I was like, but that's going to do in an auction with that stain on there, still probably $150. And I'm like, well, let's just watch it. So I got the notification, blah, blah, blah. Auction was ending in, an hour, so I kept checking back. I let it get down to 4 seconds, and I put in $50. The highest bid was at 31. And with 3, 4, 5 seconds left, I threw in $50, hit it, and boom, I won it at $39, plus tax, plus shipping. So I'm into it for about $50 with tax and shipping and everything. And like I said, I could easily sell that for about $300. So that's what I did. I sniped it. I didn't put it in an early bid. I shouldn't even be telling you guys this, because, I just waited till the last second. All right, what's the most you'd be willing to pay? Boom, $50. You won for $39 plus tax and shipping. I made another deal on another pipe tonight. Actually, it's a Hilson, a rusticated Hilson in really rough shape. Just needs a good cleaning, maybe the crown sanded down, cleaned out, scraped out. And the seller wanted $40 for it. And I said, look, that thing's in rough shape. It's going to need a lot of work and blah, 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 blah. He said, I'll give you $15 for it. I collect pipes and I kind of restore them. And I said, you wanted $15 for shipping, but you can ship a pipe anywhere in the United States for $7.99. I said, so I'll give you, $8 shipping. And they were like, okay. Got back to me the next day, and they were like, all right, we're going to accept your offer of $15. Yeah, and I'll reduce the shipping to the $8 if you send me before and after pictures when you restore it. And I said, deal. It's all about being fair, man, but I'm not going to overspend on a pipe, I'm just not going to do it. So with that said, we've gone into this for 5 minutes. Let's start something on fire. So a couple weeks ago, I got this beautiful GBD Canadian pipe in, okay? Gorgeous pipe. And I just reamed the whole bowl out. There was a little carbon buildup in it, not too bad. And in it, we have some Sutliff vanilla custard. Now, I'm going to break this bowl in. Now, why am I using Sutliff vanilla custard? Couple reasons. I'm using Sutliff vanilla custard because I like that. I actually almost did the salt and alcohol treatment on this, and I'm like, wait a second. Why do that? The pipe doesn't have any aftertaste or anything to it. Just ream it out down to bare wood. Now, if it had a bad taste or something like that, I'd be doing a video right now on how to do the salt and alcohol treatment on it. I think I said salt and vinegar before, but I don't know. No, it's salt and alcohol treatment. But I don't need to do that because this pipe it's not ghosted. And ghosted means when a pipe has taken on the flavor of whatever blend that someone smoked in it for years and turned sour or bitter, it's soaked into the briar and, but I don't need to do that. So the first reason why I'm using the Sutliff vanilla custard, I love Sutliff vanilla custard. Very close to an English blend. So if I do get a little aftertaste, if I'm smoking a couple of bowls of something else later on, it's okay because I like it. And the other reason is it's a very moist blend. So it's going to produce a lot of carbon buildup at a pretty quick rate. Let's set it on fire. And this baby smokes so good. Oh, yeah. Jeez. So, like, when I'm done with this bowl, I'm going to put my tamper down inside all the way to the bottom and pull out the ash and then tamp it out on my hand, throw it in the ashtray. I'm not going to go around the inside of the bowl and scrape off the little hairy things that might still be in there. No, because the next bowl is going to burn those, turn it into carbon buildup. And that's how you build carbon buildup really quickly in your pipes. You don't scrape them out. You gently guide the ash and the unused tobacco out just by kind of like that. A couple little shovels, a tap. Oh, yeah. So this is down to bare wood. Now you can see on the top of the, maybe you can't, but on the top of the crown, there is a little glistening. Yeah, you can see it right around in there. And that, I'm going to set my kitchen on fire. Oh. Hold on, we got a piece of tobacco that's on fire on my kitchen table and now on my finger. Ow. All right, we extinguished that. So yeah, so you can see on the top of the bowl is a little shiny because there you go. Because some of that is kind of volcanically ran over the top of the bowl. And that's going to coat the inside of the bowl even better than that. You know, and afterwards I'm going to let it cool down, then lick the top and rub it off on my jeans. That'll clean the crown at the top of the bowl. You don't want to build carbon up on top of your bowl. Oh, yeah. So what I do is I'll take the wettest blend that I can find to break in my pipes that forms a lot of tar and stuff on the inside. And then as you keep smoking them, it keeps building up and building up and building up. And, you know, that's why I break in my pipes. Cheers. By the way, Scott, who's your marshal? I love Miller High Life. That's a great blend, man. I'm probably a little older than you. I'm going to be 60 this year. I suspect you're a few years younger than me. Maybe 10 years younger. But we used to buy, because when I turned 18, it was legal to drink in New York State. We used to buy the little ponies, the little Miller High Life ponies. I think they came in an 8-pack or something like that. They were just, I don't know, maybe 6 ounces, something like that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Scott, never use a live round as a tamper. That's a bad choice. Oh, yeah. So I like to break in my pipes with like an English blend because, like you said, they're more moist. They produce much more tar, which turns to carbon. And, you know, some people, I've watched videos how to break in a pipe. Some people will fill it up a quarter of the way and smoke it a couple of times that way. Fill it up a halfway, and they keep going higher and higher and higher. Screw it, I just fill the whole damn bowl up and smoke the fucking thing. That's the way you do it. Yeah. Well, this baby's bare wood, and she's starting to heat up a little bit, so we're going to set her down. I may load something up and smoke something different while this sweetheart's cooling down. We'll be right back in a nanosecond. All right, so I've discovered my next victim. It's a vintage K. Woody 500. Yeah. And if you can get a K. Woody 500 or 600, it was an entry-level pipe made by K. Woody, flawless briar. They were made between 1957 and 1969 as an introductory pipe, their bottom line. But they became so popular because they were only like $5. They ran out of standard briar, and all of a sudden, I mean, some of these you can get have just beautiful briar. This one has some nice briar, but I have some K. Woody 5 and 600s, several of them that have just stellar briar. So that right there is the stinger system that goes up inside. Notice how clean that is. All right. So now we're going to pack the bowl with, you know, something that's going to produce a lot of tar to build up, because this one's been totally reamed out too. And then I'll show you the stinger after we're done smoking it. We'll be right back. Alrighty, so we got this beautiful K. Woody 500 loaded up, yeah, with some vanilla custard. There's two things that you need to remember if you're going to collect or smoke K. Woodies. Number one is you got to pack them light and clean them right. every time. And I'll show you the reason. All right. All right. So the older ones, they had, this is prior to 1938, they had a 4-hole stinger system. This one over here. So there's a hole that goes through here, down to there, and from here down to there. So basically a hole is drilled through here, a hole is drilled through there in this ball, and then it goes around, comes down and through this chamber, down through the stem into your mouth. So those you can fit a pipe cleaner in. They're bigger, most of them. And you can, if you're tedious enough, you can fit a pipe cleaner through there and get all the gunk out. I won't go into the whole thing, but the ones that were made after 1938, they only have a 3-hole stinger, which means there's a hole in the top and then one on either side. Those you can't fit a pipe cleaner in. So what do? You improvise. Take a bread wrapper or something like that, you know, something where you can poke that stuff out, you know. You can get in there, poke it out, you know, get in there, get all the gunk out of there. And if you want to actually dip this in some high-grain alcohol, vodka, whatever, you can, it'll loosen that up. So if you don't pack it light, it's not going to smoke right, because that stinger system right here, the aluminum part, cuts down on the draw about 25 to 30% against another pipe that doesn't have that system. But on the other side of the coin, it does give you a cool smoke. It gives you a cooler smoke. But a lot of the old guys, they didn't care, man. They just freaking lopped them off. They took them out in their garage. I've seen vice marks on stems where they put it in a vise and lopped it off. So I fixed them, you know. So that's what you want to do. Pack it light and clean it right every time. So yeah, and this pipe will love you forever. So it was noted that K-Woody, in their older advertisements, claimed that it would take the internal chamber, the bowl, it would take the smoke from 850 degrees down after it went through their aluminum stinger system, condenser. It would take it from 850 degrees down to a whopping 85 degrees. That's what they claimed. Back in those days, you didn't really have to back it up with science, so who knows? I don't have the equipment to do the test. That's a perfectly clean K-Woody. I'm going to smoke this a bit. We'll be right back. I'll show you what happens to the stinger. Okay, so I've smoked one bowl out of it. I want to show you what I do. When I get a new vintage pipe that the grain doesn't show because of the grime off of somebody's hands or whatever, I'll smoke it. And as it heats up, I'll take my Decatur pipe polish. It's the consistency of chapstick. And what I'll do is I'll take a clean cloth. This one's kind of dirty. It used to be white, but you know, so I'll massage. I mean, this thing's pretty warm. I'm massaging it. All right. I'll go around and around and up and down. So I'm getting all that fingerprints and oil and everything out of that, off the surface of the briar. And look what we got. I mean, you saw when I started with it, but look at that now. And, you know, I mean, if I put a light on it, just gorgeous briar. Really nice. So I've gotten a lot of the grime out of the grain of this wood without putting it on a polishing wheel and removing the stain. Yeah. Let's keep on smoking. Let's load her back up. I'm going to let her cool down. Yeah. This one might go on for a little bit. All right. We'll be right back. Okay. So I didn't need to smoke 2 bowls through it. All right. So you've seen the Stinger system, you know. That's one that's clean. It's shiny. You know, you can see through the holes. Look there. The camera might not get it. There we go. You can see right through those, right through the hole. Now look at this one that I smoked 3/4 of a bowl out of. It's dark. It's dingy. And look at that. You can't hardly see through the hole. It's almost plugged after 1 bowl. And that's why you pack it light, because your K-Woody has that system on it. So I can't get a pipe cleaner through it, all right? Sometimes I might take this and soak it in a little vodka or whatever. Or I'll just take this, you know, just kind of poke through the hole and get that crap out, you know. Now look at that. You can see through the hole, see? Big difference. Do the top of it. Swirl it around. Get her cleaned out, man. Get the tar out of it, and she will love you, man. That's the only thing with K-Woodies, and the old guys didn't have the patience to do this. They just cut them off. But look at that. And then, you know, you just freaking clean the outside of the Stinger system off, and shit, it looks brand new. Look at that. You can see right through it. See? Ta-da! So, I just showed you 3 things on vintage K-Woodies, how to get the grain back out by massaging it after you're smoking it every time. Massage it, massage it, massage it. Go both ways, go up and down and sideways and up and down. Just keep massaging that with this Decatur pipe shield right there. Decatur pipe shield. All right. It'll get the grime off the outside of the pipe. Yeah. Now look at the inside of this pipe. All right. This pipe had been fully reamed out. We're starting to get some cake buildup in there. See that? Now, I didn't take my poker and go around the inside of the pipe and go like, oh, I gotta get all that tobacco out. I just went like that, tapped her out, gave her a few taps on my hand, looked in there if there was any big pieces of tobacco. These little partially burned particles is what, when you smoke your next bowl, they're going to turn into carbon, and that's what you want. That's what's going to build the cake up, the carbon, also known as carbon buildup, in your pipe, and it's going to insulate it so it doesn't overheat. So massage it with a cotton cloth with that, pack it light, smoke it, massage it, and after every smoke, make sure you can see through that hole real good, just like that. Yeah. And that is the key to enjoying a beautiful K-Woody. If you don't clean them every time, you're going to be like, this sucks. I warned you. Anyways, my 2 cents, yeah, for free. I'm Paul the Pipe Guy. Hope you enjoyed this video. It was not only to smoke together, but, you know, to learn. And K-Woody pipes are so collectible. They're just so awesome. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. God bless you all. I may or may not go out tonight for a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Over and out. And happy pipe smoking, pipe smokers.